It's Sunday night.
It's Sunday night.
It's Sunday night.
It's 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock.
And I'm the fourth man.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Welcome to the sanctuary. So what does the word sanctuary mean to you? Well, we deliberately chose that word because it speaks of a place of safety, a place of where we can be who we are, not be judged for it, and it's a place where we can be honest and be surrounded, most importantly, by the presence of God.
If I was the only one, would you still have sent your son to die upon that cross? If no one else was lost, if I was the only one, you knew all that I had done, would you make a way for me? Would you have died to set me free? And I can hear you saying, my child, I love you. And I know everything about you. There's nothing you can do to keep my love from you. My love for you is perfect. Don't you know that you're worth it? I would still have sent my son if you were the only one. If I was the only one, and I had nowhere else to run, would you call me as your own? Would you welcome me back home? And I can hear you saying, my child, I love you. And I know everything about you. There's nothing you can do to keep my love from you. My love for you is perfect. Don't you know that you're worth it? I would still have sent my son if you were the only one. Can't you see just how beautiful, how precious, how wonderful you are to me? And like the sheep that went astray, I would leave the 99 to find the one that got away. My child, I love you. And I know everything about you. There's nothing you can do to keep my love from you. My love for you is perfect. Don't you know that you're worth it? I would still have sent my son if you were the only one. you were the only one.
If I speak fancy, angelic pronunciation of the heavenly language, but I've got no love, what am I? Mere noise pollution. If I'm the Einstein of life and of faith that can make terrorism extinct, if God's love's not on the agenda, I'm nothing. If I give every last penny to the homeless and give up my life so the human race can live on, no love, no point. What is love? Love waits. Love loves to give. It doesn't want what it hasn't got. Mouth off, name drop, brag, or get me-centered. Love never lets you down, and it just keeps on going. Prophecies will grind to a halt. Mouths will stop mouthing off, and knowledge will be forgotten. So all that's left is the great triangle of faith, hope, and love. Go on. Take a wild stab in the dark. Which one do you think is the greatest? Love. Woo! Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent.
I know a God who says, you know, you don't have to earn my love. Oh, nearly fell.
We have our problem on camera.
We do, definitely.
But as pros, we're going to keep going.
We're going to keep going.
Go for it.
But yeah.
So, me and Di stay here, or do we exit out? I die. And then it's going to go to these guys. So, for Di and me to go that way.
Jesus be beaten with a whip of leather straps, embedded with metal, and afterward be crucified. Then the guards took him into their military compound, where a detachment of nearly 600 soldiers surrounded him. They stripped him of his clothing and placed a scarlet robe on him to make fun of him. Then they braided a crown of thorns and forcefully shoved it onto his head. After placing a reed staff in his right hand, they knelt before him and mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews." Then they spat in his face and took the reed staff from his hand and hit him repeatedly on the head. When they finished ridiculing him, they took off the scarlet robe and put his own clothes back on him and led him away to be crucified.
The guards led away 2 criminals with Jesus to execute all 3 at the same time. When they came to the place that is known as the Skull, the guards crucified Jesus, nailing him on the center of the cross between 2 criminals. While they were nailing Jesus to the cross, he prayed over and over, "Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing." The soldiers, after they crucified him, gambled over his clothing.
And so they watched him die, despised, rejected, but oh, the blood he shed flowed for me.
It was now only midday, yet the whole world became dark for 3 hours as the light of the sun faded away. And suddenly in the temple, the thick veil hanging in the holy place was ripped in two. Then Jesus cried out with a loud voice, "Father, I surrender my spirit into your hands." And he took his last breath and died. When the Roman captain overseeing the crucifixion witnessed all that took place, he was awestruck and glorified God. Acknowledging what they had done, he said, "I have no doubt we just killed the righteous one." And now this love of Christ shall flow like rivers. Come wash your guilt away. Live
To all of the mothers who've had breakfast in bed, to the ones who've cherished memories instead, to the grandmothers who've stepped in to bring the kids up, to the grey-haired children who miss mum so much, to the dads who are in two parenting roles, to the women who've loved deeply from the bottom of their souls. Even if the genetics don't quite match, the heart of a mother goes deeper than that. To those who still long to be a mother, to you who mentor in place of another, to the siblings who share the raising of young ones, and the carers who selflessly become temporary mums, to those who wish they saw family more, where forgiveness is needed to mend a sore. You are who this day is for. In the moments where family life isn't working out, and you're really struggling not to scream and shout, try and steal a moment to come before Jesus, because he's always there. He always sees us.
Now, one day, a friend of mine said, do you want to go on a youth camp in the summer? And he didn't sell it to me as this is a Christian thing. He sold it to me as there's sport and there's girls. That's the only reason that I went. And so I was happy to go. My mum paid. She was obviously praying her socks off, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I went. And long story short, this old bloke, the most uncool person you can imagine, just explained, from opening the Bible, explained why I hated my life so much. That there was a problem in my life called sin. I was a sinner. I didn't have any problem believing that. You know what I mean? I had no problem. I'd heard the language before, but it just made sense. But then he said, but God still loves you. God's not done with you. God, he knows you exactly as you are. You haven't got to pretend. This is who you are, but this is how much God loves you. And he explained in really simple terms that a teenage yob from the valleys could understand, that Jesus died on the cross. He was essentially beaten for the things I was beating myself up for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the things which I wish I could, change, he died as if he had been the ones that had done those things, and he died in my place because he loves me, and that he rose again. And that this old dude, Owen Jones, love that guy, just said, trust Jesus. And I remember I arrived on the Saturday, and by the Tuesday night, in floods of tears, I sat on a little wall on this camp and just said, God, if you want me, you can have me. I'm so sorry for what I've made of my life. I was only 15, but even by 15, you can have done a lot of bad things and have a lot of crud in your life. And as I prayed, it just felt like somebody just sucked all of this guilt out of my life. I felt clean on the inside for the first time in my life. It's the best feeling I've ever had. And it's 31 years ago now. No, 29 years ago. And it's still the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
That moment. Yeah, he changed me.
All this pain, I wonder if I'll ever find my way. I wonder if my life could really change. And all this earth, could all that is lost ever be found? Could a garden come up from this ground? You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. And all around, hope
beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. And you make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. You make me new. You are making me new. You make me new. You are making me new. And you make me new. You are making me new. You make me new. You are making me new. 'Cause you make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us.
And one final question, Chris. It's a toughie, really. But what would you say to the Chris Jones of 32 years ago today?
Oh, wow. What would I say? I would say be prepared to be different. Have the guts to be different. That's a big deal. And ultimately, I would say, why don't you give Jesus Christ a look at? There's much more to Jesus Christ than a little picture on a Christmas card. And he's only a prayer away, and he's there for everyone.
Where are you, Lord, in these storms of life? Where are you, Lord, in all this strife? Where are you, Lord? Where are you, Lord? Where are you, Lord, when I don't know what to do? Where are you, Lord, when I'm crying out to you? Where are you, Lord? Where are you, Lord? There you are. You're standing right beside me. You're carrying me through it all. You're leading me and you're guiding me. You're protecting me and loving me through it all. There you are. Where are you, Lord? When I'm so full of doubt, where are you, Lord? Where are you, Lord? There you are, you're standing right beside me. You're carrying me through it all. You're leading me and you're guiding me. You're protecting